Democrats have to stop being against Donald Trump and start being for something.
I'll defend the Democrats. They are for things. Illegal aliens. You're for boys and girls sports. I mean, you are for things. And that's why you have such struggles right now in your party, because you're not for anything that's on the right side of any of the 80-20 issues that are driving this cultural divide in America. I think Wes Moore's actually a pretty talented communicator. The other person who spoke in South Carolina, Tim Walz, is this special mixture of extreme buffoonery and a mean spirit, which is a toxic brew. He is not the future of the Democratic Party. Moore is interesting. Probably more interesting than some of the radicals you have out there, Crockett, AOC. I mean, those are the true leaders of your party right now, but it'd probably be better off replacing them.
That's not true, and I'm not going to even let you.
That's not true.
Because the Supreme Court has paved the way for half the stuff that we see that's going on. Listen, Donald Trump is a piece of shit. Okay, we know that. Yes, he is. But in a functioning democracy, he still would not be able to get away with this. But he's been able to get away with this because the House Republicans are complicit. He's been able to get away with this because Senate Republicans are complicit. But most importantly, the courts, especially the Supreme Court, is complicit. And so I think one of the places that we have to start is they are the highest court in the land, and they have no ethics guardrails. Now you go down to the lower courts, and they do. How much sense does that make?
My administration would be Donald Trump's worst nightmare. And you don't need to take me at my word or take Andrew Cuomo at his. You need to only look at the actions of the Trump administration since I won the Democratic primary. How else can you describe a president who has proposed denaturalizing the Democratic nominee of New York City? How else can you describe a president who has sought to entertain suggestions of deporting me, of arresting me, of taking control of the city over the will of New Yorkers? Those are the actions of a president who is afraid of the fact that I will actually deliver in a manner where he is simply betrayed.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The one and only James Williams, Dark Waters. Good morning to you. Man, we got to talk about the Democratic Party real quick, and Hakeem Jeffries, the leader of the Democratic Party, and the overall war with the Democratic Party, within the party, and what it's led to, and the destruction of said party. We are watching the destruction of the Democratic Party. Like, I'm talking about the breaking of the foundation of this party. But in order to understand this, we need to go back to our chart that we've been plotting for months now on them. We're going to go here. Hopefully this thing will stay connected and it will scroll out for us. Scroll. We need to go. Here we go. Move it. I like to 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 move it. Now this looks like a whole bunch of jibber jab till you zoom in. When you zoom in, we go back and we watch and track what we've been looking at for months. So remember, we were talking about Zelensky, right? And what was going to happen with Zelensky and how there was going to be bombs on Zelensky. And now if you follow this train of thought right here, make sure that's on the screen. Make it a little bit smaller. That we outlined and laid out for you months ago. We're getting closer and closer to the resolution with Zelensky. We even said that it would come to a head when Putin and Donald Trump had a conversation. But we're not going to talk about the little cokehead Zelensky. That's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is the damn Democrats. And we just need to do a quick rundown of what's been going on with the Democrats. And if you follow what I've been saying, you'll understand that the Democrat war is kind of coming to a head and almost over. The radicals have won out in the Democrat Party. And now it's the radical stance of the Democrat Party that's coming back to get them. If you remember, we talked about Jim Carvell saying, hey, Ilhan Omar and all the rest of these people need to quit the party because they're radicals and we don't want them in this party. Then we got to the point to where Zohran Mamdani hit the battlefield. Come on, move over. What are you doing? Where the concept of them being arrested was first introduced, and she was the first person arrested. The Democrat Republican MacGyver. And you notice after her arrest, she got real quiet. She's like, I'm not talking anymore. It was unfair and they arrested me. And then she's out of the news. And that was all over them trespassing at an ICE facility. I'm just walking you guys through everything really quickly. And then we're going to go to Hakeem Jeffries. Now, Hakeem, the Section 8 Obama, wait, and this is somebody else that we got to talk about. Jasmine Crockett is in the process of currently being destroyed. I say we give Jasmine Crockett about another 30 days. She's done, right? But Hakeem, the Dream Jeffries, who's supposed to be the leader of the Democratic Party, is what we're looking at right now. Yeah. Hakeem, Section 8 Obama, Dollar Store Obama, and there's rumors that Hakeem is a woman. I don't see a woman when I look at Hakeem. I just don't. But they've done facial analysis of Hakeem and said that he has a female gait and all. I'm not going to do that to the dude. I just don't see that when I look at him. Now, I do see somebody that's borderline farts in bathtubs. I see that for sure. He looked like somebody who farted in a bathtub. Somebody who went Simple Jack. If you understand what I'm saying. Simple Jack. Yeah. Yeah, you never go full retard. He reminds me of somebody who going full retard. But I'm not going to go that deep on that man like that. I don't think that's right. And it's not that I won't say it. It's just that I don't think it's right. Now, we got to go to see where Hakeem Jeffries in the Democratic Party is. Because if you were to go back 12 months ago, the entire media apparatus and infrastructure was protecting them. But then we fast forward to the day, and here is Hakeem the Dream Jeffries having a conversation with Andrew Ross Sorkin. I wonder where y'all heard that name from before. I wonder who told you about that family before. Here he is with Andrew Ross Sorkin talking about the economy. And this argument ensues. And the Democratic Party is not used to being called out on their BS. They're not used to being checked, chin checked, mollywopped, skull drug, or slapped in the face. And you're going to notice that he ain't used to it. But it's about time they get their due.
Socialist, and what that may portend for the Democratic Party.
Well, I think, as I indicated, listen, my view about what we as Democrats stand for, what we're fighting for, we need to lower the high cost of living in the United States of America. We need to fix our broken healthcare system, and we need to clean up corruption in Washington, D.C., so we actually have a government that works for the American people, for everyday Americans, for hardworking American taxpayers, as opposed to working for the privileged few. That's what that one big ugly bill was about. Cut health care, devastate nutritional assistance, reward Republican billionaire donors with massive tax breaks. That's not us as Democrats. Here in this country, work hard, play by the rules. You should be able to afford to live the good life. Good paying job, good housing, good health care, good education for your children, right, and a good retirement, which, by the way, means protect Social Security and Medicare because they are earned benefits, not entitlement programs. Don't try to devastate them.
I understand that.
Which is
I'm
what
just
the
curious
Republican plan is right now.
I'm curious where you land on things like, freezing rent, free buses, giving away, free food at supermarkets and the like, and what you just think of that idea and what it represents.
Listen, Zohran is going to have to make the case to the people of New York City, including in the neighborhoods that I represent, that these ideas, which are designed to address affordability in New York City, and that as a top-line effort is important. The cost of living is the number one issue here in the city, number one issue across the country. It's why Donald Trump's poll numbers are in the basement right now.
But do you agree with those approaches as a solution? Look, you and I agree. Affordability is this number one issue in New York. It's the number one issue in the country. And so he has done a great job of identifying that issue and articulating that issue. The question is how you attack that issue. And what I'm asking you is whether you agree with the solutions that he's offering.
Here's what my solution would be. And I've said this directly to him and will continue to say it to policymakers across the city, the state, and the country. we have a situation in New York City and across America where the demand for housing that is affordable greatly exceeds the supply. That's a problem. That imbalance is jamming people up, working class residents, moderate income residents, middle class residents. In New York City, if you're a police officer married to a nurse, you can't even afford to purchase a home in this city. That's problematic. So we have to build our way out of this problem. That's all hands on deck. That's city, that's state, that's federal. That also means a meaningful partnership with the private sector. That has always been my position. That will continue to be my position because it's the right position for the people that I serve.
Andrew Cuomo has made the point that Zohran Mamdani lives in a rent-controlled apartment, even though he is not considered, quote-unquote, poor, and that Andrew Cuomo would actually try to create a law in the state that would prevent people like Mamdani from living in a rent-controlled apartment. Do you think that he should live in a rent-controlled apartment?
Well, listen, that's an issue for the state legislators and the state government to work out.
Well, no, but it's a fascinating issue about affordability in this city and whether there are folks who are living in rent-controlled apartments all across this city that effectively should be going towards poor people who need that affordability.
It's a legitimate issue that has been raised, and the Mamdani campaign is going to have to address it.
You see, Timu Obama, Section 8 Obama, Mr. Landing a Plane, Hakeem Jeffries, it always looks like he's on a tarmac landing a plane when he's talking, refuses to answer any questions about the future leadership of the Democratic Party. And it's a beautiful thing. I want you to understand, when I tell you these people are going down, they're yelling timber, they better move, they better dance. You know what I'm saying? They got to run because this is how bad it is. And then when you look and see how people are reacting to Mamdani while he's out in public in an environment where it's uncontrolled, this is the kind of greeting the man gets in public. You know what I'm saying? And this, I'm not sure where the polling numbers are coming from to say that he's leading the race, unless we're talking about like election fraud for sure, because overall, when you watch actual normal people in New York answer questions about him, they'll say stuff like, hey, I don't know how he's going to do what he says he can do because he can't do it. And I'm not sure, but I'll tell you this. If New York falls under this man's leadership, you can expect terrorist attacks immediately. Yeah, immediately.
The communists. Sorry, I want something to eat. I would like something to eat. Let me tell you something, man. You are not welcome in this island. October 7th, Jew hater. You fucking Jew hater. Hey, Mr. Mamdani, can I talk to you? This is my island. No, it's not. You're not welcome here. Excuse me. You hate Jews. You hate this country. You hate this. Big shot full of Tom Holman. Don't go home. The communists.
As you can hear the chant, go home, go home, go home. The Democratic Party has a major problem on their hands, man. This is who they're throwing their support behind. Mamdani. A Muslim, socialist, communist. I mean, those don't really even go together, but Jew hating, socialist. When I tell you this is going to end tragic for the Democratic Party, you're talking about a very tragic ending. And it's a befitting tragic ending. I say, you know, in New Orleans used to have a guy that was the special man. You know what I'm saying? You'll come into the furniture store and they'd be like, special man, I need to get a sofa for $500. He'd be like, let him have it. Let me see if I can find a special man. Yeah, I feel like it need to be like Frankie and Johnny's Furniture. Here go the commercial. Watch.
Frankie and Johnny Furniture is having a sale. Right now, you can buy 3 complete rooms of furniture for only $699 with only $250 down. Just $50 down on select items will put you in a great bedroom set or living room set today with no problem. All senior citizens get a 10% discount. Bad credit or no credit, no problem. Are you on welfare or Social Security? Are you newlyweds? No problem. Come see us.
I say, this is Frankie and Johnny's, the place that lets you have it with no problem.
I'd like to buy a bedroom set.
Do you have any credit?
No, I receive Social Security and welfare.
You have to see the special man.
Let her have it. With no problem.
I like to buy a living room set.
Do you have any credit?
No, I filed bankruptcy.
You have to see the special man.
Let her have it. With no problem.
I say, see Frankie and Johnny, he's the credit man in town. For only $50 down, he can put you in a living room set, a bedroom set today. See the special man.
I got the $50.
Let her have it. With no problem.
I got it with no problem.
Frankie and Johnny Furniture is having...
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let them have it with no problems. That's how I feel about Mamdani winning. Please let them have it with no problems, because my Lord, what's going to happen next is going to be beautiful. All right, guys, I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.